Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone is having a great day. Well, today as you can see we're working on the cats with the teacups from NewCraftDay, and I am working up here in this top area, and the color that I'm using is 798. It's a nice deep blue. So how's everybody doing? Everybody having a great day? Oh, yeah. Well, today's a better day than yesterday. My son-in-law got my car fixed. So we are back on the road again. Somewhat, if you know what I mean. Oh my goodness. But, yeah, so that was a good piece of news. And hope you liked my floss tube this morning. Can you believe it? I only had one start this week. One start. Yeah. And for the rest of the week, I really couldn't tell you what I wanted to stitch on. It was like, take something out, put 4 or 5 stitches in. No, that's not it. So then I'd get something else out. Yeah. But I happened to see this one on my way through, when I was looking for London. And here we are. Hadn't stitched on it for a while, and it's fairly easy now. You can see right in here there's some confetti, but I'm picking out the bigger places. And this is nice thin fabric, so it's very easy to stitch on. But I thought I'd pick out a big area and just stitch. I didn't have to think about all the confetti here, there, and everywhere. I was going to start on the other side, but I saw that I'd gotten this corner already started, so might as well. I'll probably end up stitching on this not the rest of the day. I do have to work in there somewhere. Yeah, between 2 and 10. We got this week and next that we're open till 10 o'clock, and after that we will be closing at 9. Yay! I'm excited. Oh my goodness. And I guess we won't be going to the hot springs. Number one, it's not summerish out there, you know. So we can't go to the hot springs that are open. They do have a pool, a hot spring pool, down in Salida, and that's where we usually go, and it's indoors. And, yeah, they're closed. So we'll see if we get any other information on that or not. If that should change, I'll let you know. But it's so nice to go and soak at the hot tubs. I'm telling you. Right before winter, when it really starts to amp up. I always get one ahead of myself here, and then I'm stitching backwards for some reason. I don't know. I get it out of sync. Then I have to try to fix it, and some days I end up turning the whole thing around, but I think we can just kind of keep going the way we're going. Whoops. Well, that didn't work out so hot. So much for keep going the way we're going. I went down the complete wrong hole. Okay, we gotta go that way. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've got so much stuff on my mind that I have to do and take care of, and Just trying to take them one thing at a time. So, we'll get through this week. Just will. I hope. No, it'll be fine. It's just been kind of chilly and a little bit of damp, but I mean, it looked like yesterday, like when I got off work, I mean, it was kind of cloudy all day. And then by about an hour, maybe 2 hours after I got home, it got really cloudy and really windy, and you couldn't see the mountains, and I thought for sure it was going to rain. Didn't do hardly a thing. Sprinkled for about 15-20 minutes. So, fun times. But it's supposed to be kind of like that. I guess that's where I was going with that, so sorry. It should be like that kind of all week. But it's kind of a change from 90-degree weather. It just kind of went from 90-degree weather to 55, 60 degrees. So I will be wearing long pants to work. No more shorts. Put that needle in there. Kind of a darker Wedgwood blue, if you will. It's really pretty. Hold that thought. So I'll just kind of be playing this week by ear if it if I don't get any ouch, what do you call it, reviews in to do. See if I got a decent thimble. My hand still hurts. I do love these silicone thimbles. They are just awesome. They conform to your hand. That can't even tell they're on your fingers. I don't know how I ever used that metal thimble for as long as I did. I've probably been using one of them since I started sewing in 1970. Of course, that's all we had, so that was about all we could do. I remember my, let's see, my aunt's mother-in-law, I didn't know how to say that, she had like a little, shadow box affair in her bedroom. It was hanging on the wall somewhere in my aunt's house. This is my grandmother's sister, so I guess I didn't make her my great aunt. I don't know. And she had a little wooden shelf, and she had all different kinds of thimbles on it. And they must have been pretty dang old. Some were shiny, some were silver, some were gold. She just liked collecting them, I guess. I don't see them very much when I go, I haven't been to a real antique store, but I always thought I might like to start collecting them. They're just always so interesting. My problem is I'd probably want to use it. Some of those were big and some were small. You know, somebody must have had really tiny hands. Because they would fit me, and I was a child back when all that happened. So. And she had some that had states on it. And they were just all just fascinating to me. I fell down that rabbit hole a long time ago. I always thought it'd be great to stitch with that. Then I finally taught myself how to quilt, and I could barely use a thimble, except for on the quilting, you know, end of it, because I was hand sewing everything together, but I couldn't hand sew and use that thimble. It only came in really well when I was doing all my hand quilting part of it. Everything together, because it'd push it along. You know, after I jammed the needle into my finger 10,000 times on the top and on the bottom of the material. It was awesome. But no, I don't have any desire to go back to quilting. It was fine when I was doing it. I enjoyed myself then, but here we are. This is what we're doing. I'd much rather do this than quilt. It was just fascinating to me to cut up all those squares and sew them all together and put lines on them and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I did all the thing. I enjoyed that for about 7 years, and then I couldn't hardly move my hands, so I had to do something else. I mean, I know I'm bound to get arthritis in my hands. Now, my mother didn't have a whole bunch, but my grandmother did. So I'm just waiting for it to all equal out. I'm sure my mom's hands hurt, you know, every once in a while, because she was a scrubber. She scrubbed everything. But not that my grandmother didn't, but she finally got so she couldn't even knit. So I'm expecting, you know, things to happen to my hands in old age. But I just keep stitching and moving, and don't look back and don't look forward too far. Just stitch. It'll be much calmer. Sure, there's a lot of this green here. A green symbol, that is. This blue color actually has its own skein, so you know there's going to be some of it here, there, and everywhere. Had to fold it all up just so I could get it on the table here to stitch. I don't know. Let me see if it'll say up here. It is 45 by 60, so it's fair size. It's not too terribly wide. I've had wider, but it's a nice size, and the material is really good. So, oh, I found a new cat. I mean, one of these kind of cats. They have one out now, which is a Christmas cat. So, looking forward to getting that in. Look for that coming soon to a video near you. Yeah. And I think it's Joy Sunday has a new one out. It's kind of a Joy Sunday style. I don't know if y'all have seen it or not, but it's the 12 Days of Christmas. I just happened to see that the other day on somebody's site. I can't even remember whose it was. Oh, crap. Oh, God. Come on. Didn't have anything too exciting for dinner last night. I think I had quesadillas, and I had, hang on, gotta put that back where I found it. The other one's up here, kind of buried. What was I saying? Oh, I made kielbasa with potatoes, onions, and peppers. And that turned out good, but I had some of it left over from Sunday, so I ate a little bit of that, and I left some so that I'd have it for tonight when I got home. I don't have to cook anything. I like that part. Whoops. Seriously, Jack, get over there. Oh my gosh, come on. So, leftovers for the next couple of days, which is totally fine. What day was it? Maybe it was Monday. Not Monday, Sunday. Got really, really cold. Another day, thought it would actually snow or rain. It just sprinkled a little bit. But I really wanted to get some soup out, but I didn't. And in a real emergency, I have Campbell's tomato soup. I try to get like 6 or 8 cans for the winter, and then I can just make me a hot bowl of soup when I get home, you know, at 9, 10 o'clock. It's always nice to have something kind of warm. And I really don't feel like making macaroni and cheese from scratch. Not scratch, but from the box, you know, or Velveeta shells and cheese. It's a quickie, but it just takes so dang long for the macaroni to cook here at high altitude. It's a whole new ball game. But I'd rather have something just already fixed, and all I gotta do is heat it up in the microwave on Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, gotta pull that thread down. I don't know what's going on over there. Must have gotten hooked up with something. Watched Grey's Anatomy. I have no idea what season I'm on. 12, 13, somewhere in there. But I can just sit and stitch and not really think about it. I know who all the players is. I know exactly which episode we're on and that kind of thing. I don't know what's going on there. We'll just cut it off. It looks about the same color as what I'm using. So, who knows? I just keep stitching. Somebody said life is too short to go back, so especially on these, I just don't care. You know, I mean, it's a kind of a set thing. You know, you've got all your symbols, you got it all laid out for you. Problem comes in on the counted cross stitch. Some days you just can't get it to come out right, especially on counted, because it makes it look odd when you look at it straight on. But this, you know, one stitch here or there in the wrong color is not going to hurt a thing. I kind of like it that way. It's fine. I don't know if you can even tell a difference between those two colors, honestly. So, we'll see. Now I have stitched the wrong color on the wrong symbol. That's always been special. Then I have to back everything out. Just because if it's not supposed to be blue and it was supposed to be pink, you know, it kind of looks a little odd. So, yeah. That's about the only time I go back. Not a big deal. This is supposed to be stress-free. Just stitch. That's what I like about these little bigger areas. See, there's like a big area right here. And then there's the green and everything. But right in here, there might be 6 or 8 symbols in that circle. So I'll just stitch around it and do the confetti some other time when I don't feel like I get too stressed out from doing confetti. It's just like you're not making any progress. You can go through 15 colors. Hang on, we're just gonna take that out of there. There we go. Oh, let's not cut the thread we're using, kid. That would be ugly. And try not to cut the needle in half. Whoops. I have broken needles that way. Trying to cut a thread, and I end up either cutting the thread that I'm actually using or cutting a needle right in half. Who says those aren't good scissors, right? These two colors look very similar. Whoops. You dork. Let's try another one. Alright, guys. Go this way. This way. Trying to get to that one I missed when I was trying to fix the other thing. There we go. Alright, guys. Well, we got that top part done. A little area. I don't know if you can even tell that there's 2 colors there. Kind of looks like it, you know, and you move the material and they both look pretty close. Alright, well, thank you for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell. That way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.